Hello, Dr. Coughlin. This is a screencast of my RLO that I created. I couldn't figure out another way of getting it to you other than going through each step, taking a screencast, and then giving you the link of where it's posted at on YouTube. In any event, I created this RLO to actually use in a class that I'm teaching, which I introduce financial statements. Then we go through and analyze financial statements. This RLO is designed to be used in the very beginning of the class. It's kind of an introduction into financial statements. So I'm going to go through each of these steps in each of these folders and show you what I created and explain a little bit as to why I did what I did. Now, there could be an argument made that this RLO is actually a series of mini RLOs, which I kind of understand. They're kind of basic. But what I have done with this RLO to introduce financial statements is first I start out with an overview. I go over the actual learning model and the overview of the financial statements. I guess the screen check was already checked. This learning model is actually a BYU Idaho learning model that is standard in all of our overview folders. But in any event, the overview of the financial statement starts out with this YouTube video, which basically gives them an overview of the financial statements that they'll be reviewing. I'll go ahead and click on this for you in just a second. Actually, I guess I'll click on it now. I am not certain if you're going to be able to hear the narration or not.
Financial statement analysis. This little module is.
But assuming you're not able to hear the narration, I'm going to just kind of walk through it. It just shows them a little bit of the snapshot of the overview, and then I have links, hyperlinks down here that are color-coded with the different modules. You know, maybe this is kind of the coherence principle, and that I'm trying to keep everything coherent and consistent, in that the blue is income statement, kind of the yellow-orange is balance sheet, the green is the cash flow, and the red is the statement of shareholders' equity. Now they can navigate either by going back out here to this folder and clicking on income statement, and then it expands it, or they can click on the link here and it takes them directly to the income statement. Now there's a video clip here of a sample income statement. I've actually chosen Apple Incorporated.
Here's an example of
to show them what an income statement looked like.
For Apple. Now, one thing you need to be aware of is that
it's a screenshot showing them the income statement plus the narration. Then I actually walk through the formula for the net income statement here and explain it to them. And then I go back to the income statement of Apple so they can see the layout and the correlation between these are the numbers and the names and the actual numbers. And then back here is the actual, well, I'm not sure where it was at. I can't find it now, but the actual PowerPoint screenshot of an income statement. Now down below here, these links, I also have a picture of that PowerPoint that I show them so they can see this and hopefully remember it. Then there's an income statement quiz that they can take. And they can take this any number of times. It's unlimited. There's 2 questions in each module just to make sure they're understanding what they're reading or listening to. The answer for the layout of the income statement is revenue minus expenses, net income, and this is true. So they can submit, and then it gives them immediate feedback. Great, you're right. Great, you're right. I guess I've got a little bit of a typo in there. Sometimes for some reason, when the way that our module's set up, when you click this, the feedback that appears right underneath the answer also appears at the bottom of the question. I don't know why it does that. It's just that's the way it does it. Then it shows that it got 100%. And each of these modules, as you go through it, it shows if the student has actually completed it. Now, the way I have these set up is that the student just needs to click on the link and look through this, and there's a time duration. If they're on this link for 60 seconds, then it shows that it's been completed. Same with the balance sheet, same layout, it's very consistent. I tried to apply the kind of the temporal contiguity principle, and that everything is consistent. Got the video here, the links right here, and then of course if they need some review, there's this picture down here. Then I'm going to go on to the balance sheet assessment. It's got a standard 2 questions here. The balance sheet is like snapshot in time. That's true. The layout of the balance sheet is assets, liabilities, plus equity. Then you could submit, and then it'll give them a score. Then you're right, and so forth. Here's the cash flow statement. Same layout. looks like I need to go back and color this. Unfortunately, when I copied these links, I had to go back in and customize the color on each one individually. Wouldn't actually copy the coloring. And then in order to get a green number here, I've set the pass rate at 100%. Here's the shareholders equity video, links, and then of course a snapshot of the shareholders equity slide. I'll just show you the assessment here for shareholders equity. Let's see, click on start. And then it says in the statement of shareholders equity reports data for how many years? 3 years. Statement of shareholders equity ties to the balance sheet. That is true. Click submit over here. It's probably off your screen. But then it shows the correct answers. And then there's a final review and assessment. This final review is basically a review of the original kind of slideshow. Just walk through it one more time. I'm trying to apply kind of the...
Hello, class. As a review, there are four basic financial statements.
I guess I'm trying to apply kind of the signaling principle. They've learned now that information on the final assessment is in the video recordings and in the pictures. They need to learn or listen to the video recordings to get the information they need to pass the final assessment. And then this is the final assessment. It's just 2 questions again, actually, but it's more of a review questions. As it loads up here. There we go. How many financial statements are there? There's 4 financial statements, and the financial statements of public companies are required to be audited. That is true. And then once they click submit, then of course they will get a passing grade, 100% on this. It shows the right answers. And then it will show them if they've gone through each of the modules. I did not take the cash flow assessment. I just need to go back and do that. And you can't really see the check mark on that. I thought I left the shareholders equity here. Oh, I probably wasn't on here for a full minute, so it wouldn't show that I had checked this. All these videos are at least a minute long, so they really need to watch the videos in order for this to show that they've completed this section. So just in summary, the way I laid it out with an overview here, kind of as a pre-training principle. I want to tell the learners how they can use this module, how it's laid out, the links. I definitely used kind of the modality principle in that there is narration and animation in here. It's synced up. Hopefully it's coherent, it's not too overbearing. Redundancy principle, I don't have written text on the screens, and so it's just me narrating it. And unfortunately I was not able to get the CC in there, that if some students had some hearing impairment, they could click on CC. There is an option to do that in YouTube. I just did not do that at this time. And it's personalized. It's my voice. It's my style. The students in my class are used to this, so hopefully this learning module will be personalized for them and be something that they can use. And I will be rolling this out actually next week in the class that I'm teaching. So hopefully that's helpful.